So, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to do Tales from the Past 29, called Double Dragon Issue 3 Underground. So for those of you who don't know how I do these types of videos, or those who know the drill or not, this Tales from the Past is basically a series of or playlists featuring all kinds of videos with all kinds of comics from let's say the previous century until basically 2010, 2011, something in that trend, where we either review spoiler or non-spoiler review an American comic, European comic, maybe a manga from those previous times, simpler times. And basically I'll go, for those of you, I repeat myself, who don't know how I do these types of videos, how it's built up. It's pretty simple actually. I go through the team first, with writers, penciler, letters, editors, editor-in-chief, the cover artist. I do a quick synopsis and then a quick breakdown, and after that we cover the good, bad and the ugly, and give our final score. I'll also be using information from let's say Mycomicshop.com and the Leagueofcomicgeeks, and unlike the Hal Jordan review, which will be uploaded before this video, there isn't much info over there either, so I have to do it myself. And there will be some things that you might agree with me on, disagree with me on. I mean, that's totally fine. Just try to keep it civil, you know. I'm trying to walk away a bit from the drama, and like Captain Fruel and other YouTubers who were out of the dramasphere or walked out, I'm just trying to get back to the old-fashioned ways where you could discuss whether a comic is good, bad or not, and what character is interesting, who gets a better development, how is the page layout, things like that. How are the margins alright? Those are discussions we need to have. And in case you hear the paper rattle, also made some notes just in case, because I tend to do it a little bit old-fashioned, even though Captain Fruel and I might have some differences in age here and there, and interests. Maybe some things on ethical things, but that's totally fine. What's more important is at the moment is what are the things we have in common instead of what divides us. So let's just say politics suck. So we're going to who the team is. The writer, just like the previous issues, is Dwayne McDuffie. The pencils are done by Tom Rainey. The letters are done by Pat Brousseau. The editors are Evan Skolnick. I probably hope I spelled his name correctly, otherwise I butchered it. Fabian Nicieza. And editor-in-chief Tom DeFalco, with cover art by Steve Lyle. I hope I spell your name correctly. If not, my apologies in advance. So we're going to the synopsis, and this is my mouse, by the way, because I tend to do it digitally. It begins when Stealth broke. Basically, what happens is, in the previous issues, if you didn't read those issues before or watch the previous videos, I'll post a link down below where you can, or a few links where you can figure out what the hell happened. But here's a little catch up of what happened in previous issues. Stealth broke into the Dragon House and headquarters / dojo, and to steal the source of the dragon's powers. In the process, basically Sensei was killed. And after lifting the prize to the Overlord Nightfall, she accepted the new assignment to kill the Double Dragon, but unlike it didn't work out as planned, because disguised as Billy, Stealth defeated and captured the police officer Marion, especially the girlfriend of the couple called Billy, the blue guy Lee, and Jimmy Lee, the red guy Lee, the love interest. And at Sensei's funeral, Stealth arranged for an attack on the Double Dragon, and for those who don't know how her powers work, check the previous issues. her powers basically create all kinds of illusions and change her appearance accordingly to get the job done. And they were attacked. The double dragon or the twin dragon was attacked by a group of gang members, and Self made the illusion that they looked like brothers. And until hours later, only two men, basically the blue guy and red guy, survived. So we're going to the breakdown next. And here they are trying to convince, who is who. They both think that they're an imposter. So yeah, here's a whole list of all the names and editor-in-chief. Got Penciler, Bethman, all the things over there again. But making our armor appear was pretty nifty trick. But if it was supposed to convince me that you're really my brother, you're out of luck. Gabriel fails to confuse me, imposter. If you intend to defeat me, it must be with deeds, not words. So yeah, this basically after they basically knocked everyone out, just like in the beat 'em up games, they're facing each other now. And this was actually a really clever move from Stealth, from the villainess. Is instead of doing all the hard work herself, she basically created an illusion where they basically tire each other out and kill each other. And this she's almost too perfect. Each of the dragons believes the other to be an imposter, and whoever wins the battle will be easy picking for me, because they'll be tired out and she'll have an easy way to basically kill both of them. But in the meantime, something happens at the headquarters of Nightfall in Ogliopolis. If I spelled the name correctly, I probably butcher it. The Dragon Force was becoming a part of me, but now it's flown back into the statue. I can't stop it. So basically what he was trying to do, he was trying to claim the power of the Dragon Force for himself, but the Dragon Force doesn't allow himself to be captured, and basically sucks the power of the double dragon back into itself. But combined with Nightfall's powers, it gets a little more interesting, because in the meantime, they could still for some reason they could still the brothers could still basically tap into the power of the Dragon Force. But in the meantime they are facing each other, 5 chucks, with nunchucks, and it's like this, Jimmy. It's been a long time. I'd love to fight fair, but I'm just plump, tuckered out. So what I'm going to do is warm up my 5 chucks, get myself into position, and take your head off. I see. So Jimmy dodges the attack, and nice moves. I see why he lost so long. And they go into at each other, but the red guy, Jimmy, knocks the nunchuck straight out of his hand and pushes him away. Now they're fighting brother to brother, mano a mano, and Billy, or Jimmy, my bad. No, it's Billy. He kicks Jimmy in the neck, which would be lethal, but he tells him he got a few moves left of his own, and he summons his Dazzle Stars, and may let you see a few of them. And with those Dazzle Stars, he basically blinds his brother, and he won't be able to see his moves, and he kicks him straight in the back of his neck, or in one side of his neck, and or kick in the head for what it seems. It's hard to figure out where he hits himself in these types of comics, but listen, I won't want you to miss out on anything just because you can't see. So I'll describe the action to you. Oh, please don't. I'll bring out one of my favorite weapons, the Dragon Lance. So he summons the Dragon Lance and he goes into the attack, and this is actually, for the type of comic, for the type of art, this is a good action scene. He slashes at him, and I'm trying to take inspiration from this as well, because if I were a little bit smart, I would have added 2 panel pages for the action scenes, for the action heavy scenes, 2 to 5. and yeah, leave the 6-8 to yeah, dialogue heavy things. This is good pacing, good story writing as well, and good action. And see, did I vaporize him? Sorry, I was distracted earlier. I'm operating Dragonlance. Am I operating Dragonlance properly? So what seems to be also Jimmy knows how to use a Dragonlance, and they go. The fight continues. They both of them managed to get some really good hits on each other and crack. But I think you could still use a few lessons. Let me help you out, and he basically kicks him again. So they fight each other. So it's a little bit less dialogue, but yeah, none of them seems to gain the upper hand because they know each other too well. They've trained multiple times together. Let's finish it. Alright, that does it. You give up now, or I'm taking you out. So basically, once again, a really good action scene where the Dragon Lancers crash against each other, but they knock each other out, so the battle ends in a stalemate. And yeah, in the meantime, in Alley of Oligopolis, there are a few gang members telling him that, hurry up, how long can an electronic lockpick take? Patience, almost there. That's it, I got something. What kind of radio is that? Until I'll just pop the trunk and see if there's anything in it. And what happens here, she finds Marion Steele. They find Marion Steele and they get kicked in, one gets kicked and knocked out, and the other one gets kicked as well. So in other words, I drink a sip of tea right now and Roadhouse. My next car is definitely going to have a bigger trunk. That's funny. This Officer Steele, I've got a couple of car thieves for a pickup. Do the paperwork for me, will you? I've got something to follow up on. I've warned the Dragons that Stealth will be looking for them. So she makes her way out, and this is actually what I like. It's not that she's not a pushover. She could actually stand her ground. Marion could actually stand her ground. Is not the helpless Princess Peach kind of character. That's something I like. A woman who could kick my you know what, and I'm not going to say the other word because otherwise YouTube might censor it. But I'm starting to like her more and more. So that's a funny thing with these types of comics. You could if they're done right, they could add a little bit of layers to an otherwise pretty linear beat 'em up game. So, but they still both leave the turn, but that each of them is an imposter. So, but none of them is willing to give up. But yeah, still fight each other. But Lady Blue Guy seems to get the upper hand right now. And wondering how you'll find your real brother among all of the doubles. Who? And this is Stealth Giggity decides to reveal herself and tells him that congratulations, Billy. You just speak your brother into a bloody pulp, and reveals her plan to him, taunts him, and now fine too well. What's the matter, Dragon? Tired? And she can up her hand off him, and ooh, that's really hot. I'm not going to lie about that. I have no, I'm not going to discuss it, but what the heck. A man could dream, right? I don't have to say anything else. So she pops her claws out, and what happens is she gets shot by seems to be an energy weapon, and her hand disappears or disintegrates. And Marion Steele in her power suit tells her to get up slowly, and you got a gun. Why take the chance? Why shoot my hand? I was aiming at your head. I missed. This is why I like Marion in this issue. It's why more interesting that she really knows how to stand her ground, and she knows how to take care of herself. I'm fanboying too much. Skip that part. So see the dragons wake up in their headquarters and tell them that morning, folks, or boys, do something better than you did when I left you here last night. It's pretty amazing that even without the dragon's statue, you guys were able to call on the dragon force. At least that's what I guess happened. I conquer without the dragon force. To bolster our skill and stamina, we could have been no match for so many opponents. That's good news. That means that Nightfall doesn't control the power anymore. He doesn't actually, but something else is on the horizon. We'll get to that later. But we don't either. If we don't, and Nightfall doesn't, then who does? And what happens is Nightfall lost control over the statue and over the powers of the Dragon Force. It's flowing back into him, but combined with his evil force powers, the dragon, the twin dragon, finally decides to wake up from his slumber, to put it lightly, and break through the window and escape from the building. And I don't know why there's a black. It must be in a black page, or what used to be an ad. And there's a triumph. There's a truth about power. Perhaps not coincidentally, it was one of Sensei's first lessons to the brothers. Power must be controlled, or will destroy him who wields it. Power must be controlled, or it will destroy him who wields it. Double Dragon no longer controls his power. So what happens is, the twin dragon, the statue, has come to life, and yeah, Ogilopolis is in big trouble. I still need to find a royalty-free track for that, but we'll find more about that in the next issue called so in Double Dragon Part 4, Dragon's Flight. I still need to write the notes for, but we'll get there in a week or two, maybe longer, depending on my workload. And this is where it ends. So going back to the cover and the breakdown, the good, bad and the ugly. Well, first of all is the cover is so much better than the previous one. You can't imagine. It looks yeah. Of course, there's a little more. There's still some messy elements here and there, but in this case it fits because yeah, you see. This case it looks cleaner. There are not too many things, less messier. Not a lot of things going on, but you see, immediately the cover immediately gets you. Yeah, tells you where the story's heading, who's controlling who, and who is pulling off the divide and conquer strategy to put Billy versus Jimmy, the double dragon, against each other, and yeah, to kill, and to yeah, putting them against each other and. Trying to take two birds out of one stone. That was a clever action from this femme fatale. So yeah, clever villain. Also a good ending that sets the stage for yeah, for what happens next, and for yeah, eventually the final battle. I'll need to find another royalty-free track for, and I think I got one as well. So yeah, so yeah, good cover. Interior art is hit or miss, but there are good fight scenes in there. Sometimes there's too much talking between the fight scenes, just like in the previous issue, but it doesn't. It is less than in the previous issue, way less, or at least a little less, which is a plus in this case because yeah, it makes the story flow a little bit better. It was less distracting than the previous issue. And yeah, for that, yeah, I was about to give it an 80 out of 100, but I'm giving it an 80, let's just say 81 of 100. And yeah, that's an 8 out of 8, that's 8.1 out of 10, so yeah, consistent. Will it beat the first issue? Yeah, it did. But yeah, the first issue was also the build-up part, so it's a good intro. Well, I can't wait till to figure out what issue 4 has in store for us. So yeah, till then, talk to you guys later. And chicos, chicas, and like they say in Japanese, ではまたね.